It's very serious. I very seriously want to help you.
부산의 한결같은 모습도 늘 감동을 주지만 이제는 부산의 미래를 꿈꾸며 2030년 부산의 새로운 도약을 기대합니다.
Busan people are very proud of their city. They want to share the city with everyone. If we get the World Expo, it'll really put Busan on a global map.
세계 박람회가 어울리는 도시, 미래를 향한 힘찬 도약. 부산에서 출발한 파도는 이미 세계를 향해 뻗어 나가고 있습니다. 2030 부산 세계 박람회. 부산이 시작하고 대한민국이 함께 이뤄갑니다. 이 캠페인은 지역과 함께하는 든든한 동반자 BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
Coming up next is Inside Out Busan with Min-Soo Shin. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Hello, and happy Monday to you all. Welcome to the program. This is Inside Out Busan, and I'm your host, Min-Soo Shin. Well, aside from the rain that you saw this morning, the weather has turned a bit chilly today, and a lot of people are saying, well, with this weather, aside from the rain once again, it's a great day to go for a walk. Well, Busan City has introduced what's called the 갈매길 app 켜고 걷고. So you turn on the 갈매길 app and you walk and you go. This is an event to encourage hiking, trekking along the 갈매길 trails throughout the month of November. 갈매길 offers scenic routes with mountains, the sea, and the rivers, ideal for your autumn strolls. Why don't you go pick a route that suits you the best? Where would you like to explore first?
요즘 하루하루 살면서 그다지 재밌는 게 없어. 노는 것도 싫고 술도 시큼도 연애도 살짝 귀찮아. 택한 권이 벌써 몇 달째 직장이 넘어가지 않고 큰맘 먹고 샀던 카메라 위에 뿌연 먼지만 가득해. 많지만 쉽사리 손에 잘 안 잡혀. 하고 싶은 일이 많았었는데 웬일인지 다 시시해. 아직 모든 게 신기한 내 20살 때처럼 새로운 내일에 설레하며 가슴이 뛰고 싶어. 이제는 나를 깨우고 싶어. 또 다른 나를 찾고 싶어. 어디서부터 무엇부터인지 몰라도 한번 달려가 볼까. 벌컥 저지르는 용기와 두둑한 배짱을 갖고서 열정에 가득 찬 나를 불사를 그 무언가가 필요해. 영화에서처럼 짜릿한 반전은 기대하지 않아. 그저 내 마음이 이끄는 대로 한 번쯤 가고 싶을 뿐. 땀에 흠뻑 젖은 채로 쓰러질 듯 숨타도 뭔가 해냈다는 뿌듯함에 한바탕 웃고 싶어. 이제는 나를 깨우고
And to start off our show, that was Kim Dong-yul with Jump, a happy little number. Hope you enjoyed that track. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Inside Out Busan. I'm your host, Min-Soo Shin. Happy Monday to you all. How was your weekend, by the way? Did you start off Monday, another week, off on a good foot? Well, here in the autumn season that we are having, I don't know, for a lot of people, like including myself, it didn't seem like it was autumn, like over the weekend. From Friday night into Saturday and Sunday, it was quite warm, wasn't it? It was very reminiscent of like the end of the summer days that we were having. But after the rain that we had this morning, it seems like a good chill has come upon us. Strong winds throughout the city. I'm sure we'll be giving you an update on what the weather's like a bit later. But now with autumn back in full swing once again, a lot of people are looking forward to on the crisper cold days to go out on some nice walks. Well, Busan is the city to do just that. Why? Because we have the lovely 갈매길 trails all around the city and the region. To get you more in the mood to check out some of these trails, Busan City has created an app called the 갈매길 걷기여행. So this is an app provided by the city giving you information on the 9 갈매길 trails in the area. So what users can do with this app, you can access route details. They give you introductions of these trails, maps. They provide navigation/GPS, as well as checkpoints for verification. 그 도장이 중요하잖아요 for a lot of people. Like, for some it's experience, for some you need it on paper to say that you actually did it. Well, you could get those checkpoints, you could get those stamps of approval that you actually been there to that stop on the app. And best news, the app is free. So throughout the month of November, a lot of trekkers/walkers are going to be using this app because they're going to have a chance to win prizes via a lucky draw where 110 winners will be selected to receive various prizes. So along the 갈매길 trails, what can you expect? What kind of walks do you expect to take while using the app? Well, participants can choose from various routes such as forest trails, which is my personal favorite. But there's also coastal paths and riverside trails. There are also routes. I think these are the numbers 5, 6, 7, and 9. These are supposedly the better routes for enjoying the autumn foliage, the dropping of the leaves. And routes like number 4 and 8, these are all, once again, 갈매길 trail routes. It offers elegant scenery resembling waves of reeds. That sounds nice, right? And also routes 1, 2, and 3, they provide beautiful coastal views and the soothing sounds of the waves. So, I don't know, folks. I don't know about you when it comes to your preference of when to go on hike / treks and whatnot. But for me, and for a lot of people, I'm sure even Annie can back me up on this, fall is the season to check out some of these trails. Because you think, winter, too cold. Spring, too many bugs outside. And then summer, it's too hot. Fall, like the temperature and everything and the views is just the time for it. So enjoy the 갈매길 trails here in our city. And I want to ask you, so our text topic of the day, have you been on any of the 갈매길 trails? And if so, what kind of trails? Which of the trails do you prefer? Do you prefer the coastal trail, the forest trail, the riverside trails, or the urban trails? The urban trails take you through the city, especially the downtown areas. 네, 이 가을 어떤 갈매길을 걷고 싶습니까? 숲길, 해안길, 강변길, or 도시길. 저는 숲길 좋아한다고 했잖아요. 근데 갈매길 트레일스는 숲길 안 가봤고 해안길만 가봤습니다, 저는. But they're pretty nice. Right now, probably a lot windier and a lot chillier than the walks I took. When did I go on these trails? The coastal trails. I think it was summer this year, and probably into a bit before that, maybe into the spring too. So I want to hear what kind of trails you prefer. Let me know. Pound 9050 샵 9050. It will cost you 100 won. You can let me know on our Kakao Talk. Or you could log on to our YouTube right now. We are live. You could chat with us on there as well. All right, folks, it is 6:19. Time for today's News Bites. BFM newscaster Annie Munn in the house. Hello, Annie.
Hello.
Hi. How are we doing today?
Not the worst Monday.
Oh, but not the best.
I just didn't have great sleep is all.
Oh, sleep isn't very important, especially, right?
The rain was really loud.
Yes, it was. Oh, is that the rain that woke you
Yeah.
up? Yeah.
Every time it started pouring down, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, we left one of the smaller windows in one of our bathrooms open. So the wind, as it was, just coming through the bathroom, it was like kind of like our door was kind of like, it's not like, it doesn't stay in position.
Yeah.
So it was like, waving it back and forth. And I woke up to that. That was like, what, 7:20? So yeah, I didn't have, I didn't sleep in as much as I wanted to. But I feel you. Annie, so do you agree with me that fall, autumn season is the best season to go on hikes and walks?
I think it's the best season to do anything, really. But yes, definitely for hikes and walks. Because you can throw on like a little cute jockey, a little vest. It's like perfect outfit.
It sounds like Annie is doing it for the fashion. I don't think she's doing it for the views. Have you been on any of the Kaimikil trails here in the city?
I have been mostly by accident. So the city trails, I walk a lot throughout the city.
Yeah.
I tutor all around. So I definitely end up on them by accident, but the one I did on purpose was, I think they have it in Igide, right?
Oh, that's the trail I was
Yeah.
talking about,
Okay,
the coastal
yeah.
trail.
I've done that one.
You probably started from, did you start from at one end of Gwangan Bridge?
I think
That's where they have
the other end.
Oh,
and
the
I
other
ended
end.
Up there.
Ah, okay. Oh, you went from like the top to bottom then, towards Gwangali.
Make it hard.
Okay, so you prefer, I mean, you did the coastal trail and the other trails you didn't know you were on.
I prefer the coastal trails, I think. I'm just
really?
not a soup gal.
Oh, really?
Is that a thing?
I wonder what a soup gal, like what the criteria, the standard for a soup gal is. No, but everybody has their preferences. I mean, I prefer the forest. I like the smell of the trees
You're a
and the
soup gal.
dirt. And I guess I'm a soup gal then. But I haven't been on any of the forest trails for Kaimikil. So I don't know, for this year, maybe before winter comes, I'm definitely going to check out one of the forest trails of Kaimikil.
Gotta hurry.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so much for coming in for today's News Bites. What do you got for us?
Right. First, so news has spread of Kim Gil-soo, who's 36 years old, a armed robber, who is currently on the run. So he was arrested last Monday, I believe, on charges of armed robbery, and while being held in a detention center up in Seoul, he swallowed a piece of a plastic spoon, and so he was taken to a hospital for treatment. And on the morning of the 4th, he escaped from the hospital. So it was reported that he used having to use the bathroom as an excuse to get his handcuffs and protective gear removed, and then found a moment away from the Seoul Detention Center employees to run away. Another problem has been found here, though, where the robber escaped at 6:20 a.m. However, the employees reported him missing to 112 1 hour later at 7:20 a.m. So kind of like, why?
Yeah.
This means that he had more than enough time to get in a taxi and get far away, and the police had missed basically that golden time to catch him. When the employees became aware he was missing is actually not known, but 1 hour is quite a long time to use the bathroom.
Yeah, the old I gotta use the bathroom trick seems like he pulled. But that 1 hour, I mean, I'm guessing they probably did their best to figure it out on their end. And when they figured
Right.
that, this is something that's going to require more help, then the call went in. But any clues? Because, you mentioned this. It's kind of scary, too, because I was on my social media feed right before you came in, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, wanted,
there.
right? Any clues that authorities have been able to find in regards to his whereabouts?
Right, so on the 4th, that is 2 days ago, at 6:53 a.m., he caught a taxi to Ujeongbu and then got off near Ujeongbu Station at 7:47 a.m. After receiving the report and conducting their investigations, the police were able to confirm that he had already escaped to Ujeongbu at 8:50 a.m. So that's when they were able to confirm it. He was said to have received money from family and acquaintances, and then they lost track of him at Seoul Bus Terminal, which was at 9:40 a.m. on the 4th. So the 5th and 6th, we don't know where he is. There is currently a 10 million won reward for anyone who is able to locate and properly report him, but it's proving quite difficult.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, I mean, where do you get that money? But if he had family and acquaintances around him, then they are accomplices in his escape, no?
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. I'm sure many updates will be provided on that. Thank you so much. What's next?
Right, so singer G-Dragon, who is 35 years old, his real name is Kwon Ji-young, who is suspected of taking drugs, appeared at the police station for his first interrogation today. He voluntarily attended the Incheon Police Agency's Drug Crime Investigation Office this afternoon, and after getting out of his car with his bodyguard, reporters asked him why he voluntarily attended the investigation, to which, interestingly, he said he'll have to go and find out. And in addition, they also asked whether he admits to having taken drugs, to which he then said, "I have never committed a drug-related crime." He came to prove this fact, and so he would like to hurry and get inside for the investigation. So he will be undergoing detailed testing for traces of drugs in his hair and urine, as well as handing in his phone, and I believe some other people are getting investigated related to this.
Yeah, it seems like, the saga continues. A lot of these celebrities just kind of being put, in the spotlight. And there has to be I want a timeline of this too, right? Because I feel like this is something that has been happening way before actor Lee Seung-gyun. So yeah, the latest in terms of another high-profile celebrity being put in the spotlight for maybe. Right?
I thought his reactions, or his responses, I should say, were quite interesting.
Yeah, I got to check them out too. I've only just read about this,
There's
but
some
everybody,
photos as well.
Yeah, everybody taking into every just action, every kind of word he says, even the tone of his voice. This is something that I'm sure the experts on the internet are going to have stuff to say about. Yeah, we're gonna have to see any updates on that. What's next?
Right, so bed bugs. I'm sure we've all heard about it.
Yeah.
Bed bug sightings are slowly increasing across the country. There were the bigger outbreaks up in Seoul and in Daegu. Thankfully, bed bugs do not spread any harmful diseases. However, they are blood-sucking insects that cause very itchy bites that can then lead to secondary skin infections. And professionals suggest washing the bitten areas with water and soap and then using the necessary medicines. You technically don't need anything fancy, but antihistamines are the most common ointments used for their bites. And then the common pain meds can be used to manage the pain from this bites as well.
Yeah, and hopefully this doesn't escalate into something bigger, things that we've seen in Paris, in London, parts of the U.S. So, but that's the current situation of bed bugs here in Korea.
There was a false sighting in Busan, but false.
Okay, good.
So we're safe for now.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know
Oh,
what
you
to
said
do.
for now. Knock on wood, Annie. Our last bit of news, please.
Right. Oh, sorry. So Ukraine and Russia has been kind of out of the news a little bit, but there is a bit of back and forth about the state of the war over there. It is being reported that apparently divisions between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his military command are becoming increasingly public over the state of the war with Russia. Sorry, I'm going to cough. Oh, I got a little spit stuck.
It's okay.
Igor Zovka, the deputy head of Zelensky's office, on Saturday local time condemned an assessment by the Ukraine's military chief that the war with Russia is at a stalemate. The tensions come at a pivotal moment right now in the war, with Kyiv's slow-moving counteroffensive and the outbreak of violence in the Middle East, kind of sparking fears that the Western financial and military aid could begin to slow down.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that, an update on the Ukraine and Russia situation has come just a bit late. So for a lot of us, this is news that has been on the back burner, but the situation continues, right? What did President Zelensky have to say?
All right, so President Zelensky also disagreed with the assessment during a press conference with EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, but admitted that people are tired after 18 months of war in the country. He admitted that the outbreak of the war between Israel and Hamas has diverted attention from Ukraine's fight against Russia. But he has previously expressed solidarity with Israel in the wake of the October 7th specific Hamas attacks. And Ukraine is, meanwhile, continuing quite a difficult counteroffensive against Russian forces. They have been doing so for many months now in the south and east. But I did want to bring this news because it's important to remember that they are also still fighting a war.
Yeah.
And not one war is more important than the other.
Definitely. This is just a good reminder for us that this is still going on,
Right.
like you just said. And hopefully, any further updates is good news in terms of just what's happening over there as well. That'll do it for today's News Bites. Annie, thank you so much. 수고했어요.
Thank you. Apologies
Right.
for the cough.
No, it's okay. It happens. We'll see you back here tomorrow, okay?
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. And that was The Laws with There She Goes. The time is now 6:32 in the studio. Welcome to the first hour of Inside at Busan. I'm your host, Min-Soo Shin. Time to give you a quick update on what the weather and traffic is looking like here in Busan. So, how cold is it? Right now, 17 degrees here in our city. Much different from like the low to mid 20s that we've been seeing. Over the weekend. So tomorrow, expecting morning low of 10 degrees. 네, 10도까지 내려왔습니다. Afternoon highs of 17. So after clear skies, we'll be noticing much colder air creeping into Busan. So about the wind, strong wind alerts are in place for some places, and it will be windy through tomorrow. 내일은 다시 맑아지겠지만 찬바람이 불면서 급격히 추워지겠습니다. So the last leg of fall that we're seeing, I don't want to say it, but yeah, like winter's slowly going to start creeping up. When it comes to the traffic, we have congestion on 중앙대로 from Busan City Hall going towards Yeonsan Junction. There's also congestion on Dongpyeonglo from Buam Overpass going towards the Yeonji 3-way intersection. Slow-moving traffic on Byeonglo from Kusa interchange going towards Kumjong Police Station. Everybody, drive safe, please. 부탁드리겠습니다. All right, so I wanted to find out from our listeners, are you enjoying any of the 갈매길 trails that we have here in Busan? Well, Busan City recently launched an app to make it more convenient, but more comfortable for all the people maybe want to access the 갈매길 trails around the city. So with this app, you get access to maps. They even have like a GPS tracker on there just to see where you are along the trails. They even have checkpoint verification. Because like I said, I know for a lot of you, getting those stamps or pictures to see, oh yes, I actually walked this or I actually, did this. That's important. So on the app, you could verify that, yes, you were there or you did pass by there. So I want to hear from you during the autumn season. Are you going to take advantage of the lovely weather by walking on the 갈매길 trails? And we have a couple of them. And they're all numbered too. So I'm sure you could take your pick. We have coastal trails, forest trails. We got city trails and then riverside trails. So you choose, right? Whatever floats your boat. I'm sure, preferences that you have in terms of views that you want to get. You could get all of them along the trails. We have a couple of listeners chiming in. Let me get to some. We have one that came in on our YouTube from Lisa. No, not our YouTube. Kakao Talk from Lisa-님. Let me get to your message. I have to scroll down quite a bit. I love the river trails. Oh, okay. So you probably went on probably similar trails that me and Annie took. You said, I can see the birds, 철새, which the unique sounds, the fun sounds they make, as well as ducks, even flying fish. If you're lucky sometimes, and you get to see the beautiful sunset. So colorful, you say. Lisa-님, do you have any pictures that you could show me of these trails that you walked on? I'm not saying that you didn't walk on them. I just want to see the beautiful, colorful sunsets that you have seen. We also have on our YouTube a couple people, but hold on just a bit. I will get to those messages later on. I want to save them, a good chunk of them for later because I will, talk about this a bit more. So let me know, what trails do you enjoy here in Busan? I'm talking about the 갈매길 trails. Let's get to today's IOB 5분 상식. Time for today's 5분 상식. Look, we have here in the studio. Hello, Andrew.
What's going on?
Hi. So thank you so much for joining us. You're going to help me out on today's 5분 상식.
I'll do my best. It's a bit itchy, though.
You always do. What do you mean it's
a bit itchy?
Well, we're going to have to see what you mean. We're going to get our listeners in the know of some of the most trending, useful, need-to-know words and expressions. 5분만 들으면 유식해질 시간인데요. 전국의 빈대주의보, the bedbugs alert has been going around here throughout the nation. 네, 부산시가 발표한 빈대 대응법 알아보도록 하겠습니다. These red spots, they're driving me crazy. Andrew, what do you think this is?
Well, bro, considering I just came back from old Paris, it might be bedbug bites.
Bedbugs, I saw those photos. No, we don't have any bedbugs here in Korea, do we? How could this happen? I guess they're around during the Korean War, maybe, and they started burrowing up. Where could they have come from?
Well, bro, sorry about this. The thing is, I stayed at a hostel in Paris, and it was infested with bedbugs. I got bitten every night, dude. I didn't want to bring them to my house, so I thought, hey, I'd come here first.
참말로, how dare you? Are you joking right now? You brought bedbugs to my house? Look, I'm covered in these bites. 어떻게 친구 사이에 이럴 수가 있어?
Oh, chill out, dude. I'm pretty sorry about it, but I didn't mean for this to happen. I traveled alone, and I wanted to share my Paris trip experiences with you, my best buddy.
So, like, what, like bedbug buddies now? That's crazy, Andrew, that you on purpose brought these bed bugs to me. Oh, I can't stand this itching. Oh my
Guess
goodness.
somebody doesn't want to hear about my
See?
trip.
Look at this. See, there's so many bed bugs here. Oh my gosh, that's gross. There's here, there, over there. Ugh.
Unappreciative. I guess I'll go home now. I'm sorry. I'll come again after the bed bugs are gone. Take care of these in your house, Minsu. It's awfully dirty here.
Don't come back.
Bye.
Now, Andrew, as much as I'm thankful that you came to me first after your Paris trip.
Oh, Patty.
Yeah.
On the Champs-Élysées.
Now, we're not saying obviously it was people that brought bed bugs over here. They might have been actually, I don't know, maybe just something in the air
Sure.
around the world that are making these bugs just come out in bunches. But there have been sightings of them here in Korea as well. So a lot of people are wondering, are these bed bugs harmful? And why are there so many of these sightings and reports lately here in Korea?
Well, bed bugs, while not carriers of infectious diseases, so you don't need to be worried there, feed on human blood during the night while people are asleep, potentially leading to secondary skin infections. Now, Korea brought bed bugs nearly to extinction via nationwide extermination campaigns in the 1960s. Recent reports surged linked to increased international travel after pandemic restrictions eased. Now, cases emerged in places like a university dorm in Daegu and a public sauna in Incheon.
Yeah, so a lot of these local governments here in our country, they're scrambling to contain any outbreaks that might happen. Also, Busan City has posted recently instructions on bed bug prevention and what to do if you sight them, see them, or maybe if you got bit. So how do we prevent bed bugs?
Well, research shows that bed bugs in Korea have developed high tolerance, pesky little buggers, 20,000 times stronger than insecticides. Busan City advises checking for bed bugs in hotels and shared accommodation spaces by inspecting mattress seams, cracks, crevices, behind wallpaper, or amidst clusters near a bed. Also, those exposed to bed bugs while traveling abroad should thoroughly sterilize their travel accessories.
That's not what I want to hear. 20,000 times stronger than insecticides these bugs are.
Yeah.
Now, if we find them then, what should we do?
Well, if you discover signs of bed bugs, use hot temperature, steam, and a dryer. Add insecticides if necessary. Now, keep mattresses clean, launder clothes, and bedding with high temperature washing and steaming. Some of the people are now using steam in ironing their shirt and pants now because bed bugs are vulnerable to temperatures above 50 degrees Celsius. If you are bitten by bed bugs, wash the area with water and soap and consult a doctor.
Yeah. Bed bugs, no bueno.
Yeah, there was an issue at my university in my dorm when I was in college, and it was not a pleasant situation.
I've seen pictures of it. You know, like like what's happening in Paris.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like I saw that and I was like, nope, and
No.
I closed whatever app I was looking at right
Yeah.
away. It's gross.
Just gives you the creepy crawlers.
맞아요. 네. 네, 빈대는 고온의 약함으로 침대 매트리스를 스팀 진공 청소기로 구석구석 청소해 주시고요. 옷 침구류도 고온의 세탁 후 건조해 주세요. 오늘의 5분 상식이었습니다.
2023 BFM 드림 콘서트. 인사이트가 세상을 리드한다.
2023 BEFM Dream Concert, Insight Leads the World.
미래를 읽는 힘, 세계 트렌드를 읽는 인사이트가 중요한 시대입니다. 부산 영어방송에서는 그 꿈의 무대에 차세대 글로벌 리더를 꿈꾸는 청소년 여러분을 초대합니다. 국내 최초 오바마 전 대통령을 인터뷰한 김지훈 정치학 박사, 인공지능의 새로운 트렌드와 미래를 알려줄 네이버 클라우드 AI 이노베이션 하정우 센터장을 모시고 그들의 도전과 영감을 나누는 자리를 가집니다.
Joining us are Dr. Kim Ji-yoon, the first South Korean to interview former President Barack Obama. Are you curious about AI trends? Ha Jung-woo, director of Naver Cloud AI Innovation, will join us also. Start your journey to building the muscles of your dreams today. Friday, November 24th at 2 p.m. at Bexco.
11월 24일 금요일 오후 2시 엑스코에서 펼쳐질 2023 BFM 부산영어방송 드림 콘서트. 부산영어방송 실시간 유튜브 링크로도 볼 수 있습니다. 신청 및 자세한 내용은 부산영어방송 홈페이지를 확인하세요.
김대리, 퇴근하나?
예, 부장님.
집이 교회종이지? 같은 방향인데 같이 가지? 요즘 회사 생활 어떤가?
예, 저 열심히 잘하고 있습니다.
결혼 생활도 재밌지?
예, 뭐 즐겁죠, 예. 저 그 라디오라도 좀.
그래, 라디오.
네가 저번 주에 온 심참인 같네.
22번 훈련병!
진짜 회사 생활 쉽지 않다. 어색한 이 순간 인사이드 아웃 부산과 함께하세요. 오늘은
Monday Riddler.
It's Monday. We have the Riddler here in the studio, Mr. Andrew Murphy.
Yes. Back again.
Yes. All right. So, folks, get ready to have your brains fried.
Yeah,
if you're anywhere.
hopefully that
like
open
me.
subject didn't leave you like scratching all over.
다시 생각하니까.
It's the worst.
Gross. But yeah, Riddler. Andrew got some riddles
Yes.
/ dad jokes sometimes.
Yeah.
Some thinkers sometimes too. Folks, I gotta tell you right now, I did not have my coffee today.
I looked over and I see Minsu with
water.
a bottle of water, and I'm like,
have water.
Yes, I
was
have
like-
a chance.
I was like, something's missing right now. I feel like I had to
And
do something.
I'm teasing him with my coffee over here,
Oh my
going, dun,
gosh.
dun, here's your elixir of the gods.
I might run over and chug that if I'm not getting these questions.
All right. Well, actually, I think they're not too bad this week. They're not too bad.
Okay.
All right. So, first one here. Now, I guess there's multiple answers for this one, but there's one answer I'm looking for. So, if you say one of the many, I'll give it to you.
All right. Yeah, I like these questions because if you think about it, like the answer, if I were to give this answer, because if you think about it, I mean, it does work.
All right. So,
Okay.
what can you hold in your left hand and not in your right hand?
What?
What can you hold?
Yeah.
In your left hand,
Uh-huh.
but you can't hold it in your right hand. Don't say your left hand.
Then your right hand.
No, or sorry, your
no.
right hand. No.
No.
No hands.
No hands. What can you hold in your left hand,
Yeah,
but not in your right hand?
exactly.
Wait, does that and change like the whole kind of like thing?
Oh, no, not at all, not at all.
What can you hold in your left hand that you cannot in your right hand?
Yeah. And those like not your fingers or your thumb or something.
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, wait, no. I was thinking like left-handed stuff.
No.
But no, you could still hold it in
Yeah,
your
you
right
can still
hand.
hold it in
Like
your-
it's impossible to hold in your right hand.
Yeah, impossible. No. It is. I guess it would be possible, but you'd have to do some very interesting, I don't know, movements. We'll say.
Maneuvers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or cracking, maybe.
Oh, of the bones?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll break something here. Watch
doesn't-
out.
What can you hold? So it sounds like, you could. Can I do this every day?
Sure.
Like whenever I want?
Yeah, totally.
What do I hold on my left hand? that
And
I
it's
cannot in
actually
my
like
right?
if you flip that around, you can't hold this in your left hand, but you can in your right. So you can do it like either or.
Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't help me.
No. Well, we're gonna get moving on here. Your right elbow. You can't look if I can hold it in my left hand, but I can't hold my right elbow in my right hand.
아,
right.
이런 거였구나.
And while you're at it, don't be trying to lick your elbow because you can't do it.
Is it physically impossible?
Unless you're like a contortionist, I guess, yeah.
So contortionists can do it.
I
though,
think they
right?
can do it, yeah.
I've never seen anybody
Yeah.
be able to do it.
I
So
see
what
lots
can
of
you
people
hold in
try.
your left hand that you cannot in your right hand?
Yeah.
Your right
Your right elbow. There you go, yeah.
Okay. Same goes for like your right bicep then.
Yeah. All right.
Your right shoulder.
Mincy's
Oh, no, actually, no, you can hold your
Mincy's just
shoulder.
over there trying to be like, where's the gun show? It's over here. He's over there
All right,
flexing.
0 for 1. I'm feeling the lack of
All right.
coffee.
This is a what am I question. I can be long, short, grown, bought, painted, left bare, rounded, or squared. What am I?
I can be long, I can be short, I could be grown, I could be bought, I could be painted, left bare, round or square. What am I? 정답. Hair?
Oh, you're not too far off. It's like aesthetically pleasing for some people. So I guess you're kind of on that road. I mean, I would say that women do this more than men. But I definitely know a few of my friends who do this as well.
Ah! Your nails.
Your fingernails. Yes. All right. That's a good one.
Close. Okay. Oh, that round or square.
Yeah.
That should have. Oh, it doesn't work for hair.
No. Well, no. Some people might, square it off, round it. Right,
That's
good,
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I wouldn't have thought that. That's just a Minsu one. All right. Okay. Next one here. When is a prize fight like a beautiful lady?
This sounds like more like a joke than a riddle. When is a prize fight
Kind of like a dad joke for sure.
like a beautiful lady?
Yes.
What do you mean? Like, when is a what do you mean a prize fight?
Probably like a boxing match or something like that.
Oh, when
like
is a prize
fight.
fight like a beautiful lady? Like a beautiful lady because she is so.
Oh, you're almost going on. Yeah, I thought you were going to say it. You're very close.
Oh, wait. I don't know how to word this like an answer, but I feel like it has something to do with a knockout.
You've got it right. Right there.
Is it a knockout?
When it's a knockout.
When it's a knockout.
Yeah.
Oh,
So a beautiful lady, there's a phrase, like she's a knockout, or,
Yeah.
You could also say that about a man as well, but more so towards a woman.
Yeah.
And when is a prize fight like a beautiful lady? When it's a knockout.
I think prize fight. Obviously, I have to know what it is.
Yeah.
Like you said, boxing,
Boxing.
and that's
Yeah,
the first
sure.
thing I saw. Okay, all right. My brain's getting going. It's getting
All right.
going.
Now, the next question, I meant to change it around.
Yeah.
But I didn't. You just need to follow what I'm going to say, okay?
Okay.
When
you say you got to follow, like, oh, all right, I'm gonna have a hard time.
when is a baseball game like the whistle of a train?
When is a baseball game like a whistle of a train? 'Cause
This also could be a hockey game, a soccer match, any sport.
because the whistle of a train, like you're talking about, like choo choo, right?
Okay.
Like choo choo. When is that like a baseball game?
You're so close, but now you're moving away from it.
Okay. Wait, choo choo. Let me go back to whistle of a train. Choo choo.
When is a sporting event? That's a better way to put it. When is a sporting event like the whistle of a train?
When it's two to two.
When it's toot toot.
Two to oh.
Oh, you were
I like that
going
one.
you were going away from it. I had to bring you back. I had to reel you back in.
Choo choo. Two to two.
Yeah.
So this
toot
is
toot.
most sporting events.
Yeah,
Most
there you
sporting
go.
events. 2 to 2.
For sure.
2 2. Okay. I'm gonna
right.
give that one to myself.
Yeah, okay.
right.
Fair enough. Fair
Nah.
enough. All right. What can you find in a cupboard that can never be put in a saucepan?
Saucepan, so like, to us, like a frying pan.
A frying pan, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can you find in a cupboard that can never be put on there
Yeah, put in a saucepan.
in a saucepan?
Yes.
Like it's physically impossible to put into a saucepan?
Yeah, I guess
Like it wouldn't make sense if it goes on there, or like you just can't do it.
yeah, you can't be like, a thing of coffee grinds. No, not like that. Like it's, yeah.
You like how I try to
Yeah, he's like,
get the most
I
detail out of
was
you.
like, I almost giving you some help. And I was like, I'm into up to his old tricks again.
Okay, so what can you put? What can you find in a cupboard?
Yeah.
So you're talking about like the shelves and everything in a
Sure.
kitchen that can never be put into a saucepan or a frying pan.
And this is not food.
Not food.
Not food.
What can you find in a cupboard? Well, I mean, cups, plates, but you could put all that in a
You
saucepan.
could, yeah, you could, yeah.
You could.
Yeah. Or you can. Yeah, sure.
Is the answer cupboard?
It's like throwing a kitchen sink at it there, Mitsu.
I was just shooting my shot.
It's lid. You can't put the lid in the saucepan.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it fits, like it's,
I mean, if it's the lid for that saucepan.
I've been known to use the wrong one here and there, just because I don't want to search for one.
You know what? Have you ever? Because I don't know about you, I have a lot of those plastic containers.
Oh yeah,
at
sure.
home, and I don't know why we did not decide to buy just all of them from one specific brand.
Yeah, I
But you
did.
get them as
You and
presents and
everybody else.
everything.
You and everybody else. Don't think you're alone in that one.
I could never find the
No.
proper cover, the lid for a plastic container.
No, definitely not.
And sometimes I think I got it, and then I would, even hear the click sometimes, and I
Yeah.
put it in the refrigerator, and then
with the one end of it's all
popped up, and then if it's been in the fridge for too long, then like the
There's
fridge
like a
taste and
film.
smell
Oh yeah.
would go into it. And you mean that it's like that film on the top,
Ugh, yeah.
like perfectly wasted food. If I knew exactly what top it is,
Yeah.
But yeah, the lid for the saucepan.
The lid for the saucepan
That's a good
cannot
one.
be put in.
We could do like two more.
Two more here. All right, we got one here. I'm so strong that I can smash ships, but I am afraid of the sun. Who am I, or what am I?
I was gonna say Chuck Norris, but
Not
Chuck
afraid of
Norris isn't
anything.
afraid of.
He's not afraid of the
anything.
sun. The sun's afraid of him.
I'm so strong I could smash ships like boats, right?
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Well, no, yeah, I guess boats,
Okay.
dinghies, whatever you want to call them.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm so strong that I could smash ships,
Cruise liners.
but I'm afraid of the sun.
You didn't hear that.
Oh, cruise liners. Wait, did you just give it away?
I possibly did, yeah. I was trying to help you out a little bit. I saw you struggling
Cruises?
over there.
No. Why would you be afraid of the sun? Waves?
No. Cruise liners would be afraid of this.
Oh, cruise liners would be afraid of this.
Yes.
Ah. Oh, this is like historically like.
There you go.
It's
Come
like
on now.
embedded, right?
There you are.
All right. Don't let go, Jack. Pay me like one of your French girls, right? Are you talking about an
There's
iceberg?
not enough room in this door for you. Get off of here, Mitsu.
An iceberg.
Or just ice in general.
Or just ice.
Yeah, just ice. Yeah, for sure.
Right, because
All right.
huge
They're
ice can.
Huge piece of ice. Afraid of the sun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's
real
all right.
quick. We got time for one more.
All right. Whoever makes it doesn't tell. Whoever takes it doesn't know.
Oh.
Whoever knows it doesn't want.
정답.
Oh, okay.
I think I said these answer for one of these before, and it was like, what?
All right.
But I feel like this is the answer for this. Coffin?
No, that's the one where it's like whoever makes it doesn't use it.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever uses it never sees it, kind of thing like that.
Whoever makes it doesn't tell. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
Whoever takes it doesn't
Doesn't know.
And whoever knows it doesn't want to or doesn't want.
And I could probably add something here to help you.
Yeah.
Whoever gets caught with it gets in a lot of trouble.
Oh, like jewelry? No. No.
I'm going to say the first part, and you're going to add the next part that kind
Okay.
of rhymes with it.
Okay.
Funny.
Bones.
Oh, no, it's got to rhyme with it.
Funny bunny?
What rhymes with bunny that you use every day? Starts with an M.
Oh, money.
Funny money. So
Funny
counterfeit money.
Ah.
Fake money. Yes.
Fake money.
Yeah,
that
fake
makes
money.
sense.
Counterfeit
And whoever knows it doesn't want it because he
Doesn't- yeah,
knows it's
exactly.
fake. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. All right, I lost today,
Yeah.
folks. All right.
People, caffeine is the trick.
Coffee
to
is
this
the
game.
answer. Mr. Riddler, thank you so much for
Have a good
swinging
one.
by today. We'll see you back here next week, okay?
Cheers.
Take us out of the first hour. This is Pharrell Williams with Just a Cloud Away. We'll see you back here at 7.
To us all. Well, I come with great news. The day could change. Change. We've all, of course, been there before. Been there crying, fighting in the dark. Let good energy be your strong, move it away. This rainy day is temporary. The contrast is why we got 'em. The sun shining through is just a cloud away. Today the rock star.
시청역이 도보 2분의 차.
대형마트도 근처에 차.
초등학교도 안심통학권에 차.
착착착 집중 밀차.
신주거 타운의 중심에서 누리는 초집중 라이프.
시청역 해모로 센티아.
아파트 11월 오픈 예정. 051-861-7952 HJ중공업.
괜찮아 괜찮아 조금 불편해도 환경을 위해 너무 괜찮아 일회용 컵 대신 머그컵 비닐봉지 대신 네크백 물티슈 대신 손수건 우리의 실천 하나하나 모여 세상을 바꿔요 깨끗한 세상 플라스틱 제로 일회용품 제로 함께해서 참 좋은 우리의 시민 불편한
이 캠페인은 부산환경공단이 함께합니다.
안녕하세요. 운동 유튜버 심으뜸입니다. 요즘 친환경에 필요한 게 뭔지 아세요? 바로 내 몸.
밖에선 한정거장 거리 정도는 걷기. 유산소 운동 효과에 탄소 배출 감소 효과까지. 안에선 안 쓰는 플러그 뽑기 스쿼트. 하체 근력 강화 효과에 기후변화 방지 효과까지.
어때요? 효과 확실하죠? 몸 좀 움직였을 뿐인데 건강도 아끼고 환경도 아끼고 친환경 피지컬 함께 시작해볼까요?
공익광고 협의회.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
꼬리에 꼬리를 무는 품격 있는 토크. 시끄러워 죄송합니다. Inside Out Busan.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. That means it's time for hour number 2 of Inside Out Busan. I'm your host, Min-Soo Shin. Good evening to you all. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a couple people actually throw their hat into the ring during the Riddler segment that we had with Andrew. We have Ryu Sang-hyo 원자님 on our YouTube putting in a couple guesses. Clouds. I'm trying to figure out what question you mentioned clouds. I feel like it probably was the one about the Titanic. I'm so strong that I could smash ships. I wonder how clouds work. 가보자고님 actually put in a guess, and 가보자고님 said Dracula. Now, I want to know for which question that you used Dracula for. I feel like Dracula would have been a funny answer for one of those riddles that Andrew gave. Well, thank you so much. It was no help to me because both of them were wrong answers. But still, thank you so much for helping me out today. I really needed it today. Well, we're going to kick things off with On the Mic. This is the segment where we get to share the stories about the lives of Busan citizens. Let's see who we have for today.
All right, today we're going to talk to someone and find out a little bit about them. Hi, can you introduce yourself? What's your name and how old are you?
Hello, my name is Cho. Actually, my full name is Hyun-Seung Cho in Korean, but almost everybody, like overseas countries, my friends, they just call me Cho because the Hyun-Seung is not easy for them. Okay. And then my age is 34 years old now, international age. Korean age is the same too, yeah.
Well, what's your job?
My job is I'm working in the electric vehicle charger company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So helping the environment.
Yeah, right. Yeah, helping the environment. I'm trying.
All right. Well, that's great. So these days, tell me what is new and exciting in your life?
These days, I'm gonna have a marriage soon for this coming March. Yeah, so I'm preparing my wedding with my girlfriend together these days.
Ooh, so tell us about your girlfriend. What do you love about her? Why do you want to marry her?
Oh, wow, this is tough. No? Seriously? Okay, because the first of all, she's pretty. And then she's so active person. Because I have lots of hobby like riding bicycles, swimming, running, hiking, and all those kind of activities I can enjoy with her together. So that's why I like her. But I don't know. I cannot pick only like a few reasons. There is a lot of reasons. So yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, everything, right.
Oh, good answer. All right, so you're preparing to get married, but you're preparing a unique marriage. Tell everyone about what you're preparing.
These days, I've been lots of my Korean friends' wedding in Korea, but it's kind of too tight and then short, the time. So we thought, oh, like this event is one of the best event entire of my life till now. So I want to make it longer, but in Korea, it's not easy. And then if we want to make it longer, it's so expensive in Korea, especially in Seoul. So we thought, oh, okay, but what about the try in the overseas country? So we try to check through the Google map. Okay, which place is best? You know, like a winter season with like a good beach place and then seaside. So we picked Phuket. The reason is the weather, I think. Yeah.
So you're going to go to Phuket and get married.
Yeah, right.
Wow. What does your family think, and what do you think about doing a destination wedding?
The first time, it's not common in Korea, having a wedding, the overseas country. So we cannot invite our cousins and then our like uncle and or grandpa or grandma. But for my parents, honestly, at the first moment, they said like, oh, is it okay for you? Because in Korea, it's not traditional, and then they're gonna say something to you. But after like, I try to persuade them like 3 times or 5 times, then they say, okay, you do whatever you want. So now it's okay. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. So what kind of things do you have to do to get ready for this wedding? It must be complicated.
The first of all, you have to visit the site. That's one of the most important thing, I think, because before when I visit there, I just checked with the Google map, and then there's a picture, and then of course in the picture everything is just so beautiful and then nice. After then, we visit there the Phuket. There was so many different stuff, and then the scene, and then the weather, the hotel accommodations. So
basically, go there, check it out yourself.
Yeah, right. It's better.
And how are you going to get your clothes and everything there? Is that going to be difficult? Are you going to rent or buy things there?
We're going to bring from Korea everything. Yeah.
Oh. And how many people are going to attend your wedding? What are you thinking?
40. Yeah. Maximum 40. Yeah.
And so who is going to come?
One of my family, father, mother, and then just few best friends, like just 10. Each. So that's why 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you feel? Are you excited, nervous, or what do you think about this?
I feel, first of all, yeah, exciting. But the next one is a bit nervous because can I proceed this big event without accident or any mistakes? So yeah, a bit nervous now.
All right. Well, I hope you have the best wedding ever. And when is your wedding going to be?
2nd of the March. 2024.
Okay,
right.
well, I hope you end 2023 on a great note and get off to 2024 with a wonderful wedding.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to our reporter Taegan and to our special guest for On the Mic, Mr. Cho Hyun-sung, who shared with us some very happy news about to get married soon, and he has planned a destination wedding. So what a destination, or some people call it a travel wedding, is you have the wedding that's somewhere, where for the couple it's just kind of, I don't want to say out of the way, just somewhere where it's not like their hometown or, where they live. A lot of the times people might go to another city, right? If they live kind of more, where you don't have access to like coastal areas or the beach or cliffs, a lot of people take trips like 2 hours or 3 hours, have people, like close friends. It is kind of hard to ask, acquaintances that you don't know too well to drive for like 2 to 3 hours to come to your wedding. But that's why for a lot of people, they only invite people that are very close to them, family and friends that they know. They wouldn't feel too sorry about making that trip. But for Hyunseung-nim, he's taking that destination wedding and not going across the country, but to just a whole nother country. He's going to have it in Phuket of Thailand. So I guess, with the difficulties with the logistics going back and forth, preparing for it right now, it is a bit of a burden. But, wedding is once in a lifetime thing for a lot of people. So him and his fiancée, wife to be, obviously right now want this to be a very special moment for them and for their family and their friends that are going to come. He mentioned it took some time to get his parents to kind of buy into it, although he mentioned maybe it didn't sound too hard. He brought it up first and they were like, nope. And then for the second time, it was like, you do whatever you want, right? And good old, Hyunseung-nim, he kind of took that with like a smile on his face, but I feel like it was one of those like, it's like, do whatever you want, right? This is not something that we support, but obviously they didn't say it, but it's your wedding. You could do whatever you want. And Hyunseung-nim, I think you should. I think this is, your wedding. I'm a big supporter of people kind of doing what they want. And if it's going to stand out, if it's going to be unique, that means it's just going to be more remembered by not only by you guys, but also people attending it, right? So if you're going to break out of the norms of just like a regular Korean wedding, just rather than having it at like a wedding hall or a hotel or a church, why not have it in a whole nother place, a whole nother country? I'm so excited for you. So a bit of the stress and the worries that could come with trying to set up a wedding like this in a whole nother country, that's something that Hyunseung-nim, as well as, your bride-to-be, wife-to-be, is going to have to work out on, but I'm sure things will work out great. I'm so curious of how the wedding photos are going to turn out. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you with your wedding and just with your life as a married couple. Big thank you to our reporter Tegan once again. That was today's On the Mic. Let's take a quick song break. This is Leon Lahavas with Read My Mind.
Baby tonight, throw my life away. Oh, I'll die another day. Feels like I've got nothing to hide. Just serendipity. I notice you notice me. Those eyes caught by surprise. If I look again, oh, what's gonna happen then? A sweet joy. When a girl meets a boy, it happened naturally. Better believe. Could you possibly be any closer to me, boy? Not a thing you can do, 'cause I'm coming for you. Yes, it's time. Read my mind. Seek and you will find. It's love, nothing more. What are you waiting for? It's time. Oh no, you're everywhere that I go. In my head again. Oh, stuck in my head again. Full force, nature taking a course. No need for hide and seek. I'll let you find me. Love and light personified. I'm so into him. Oh, God is listening. The pure joy when a girl meets a boy. Natural chemistry. Oh, better believe. Could you possibly be any closer to me, boy? Not a thing you can do, 'cause I'm coming for you, yeah. Seeking you will find all night that it's love and nothing more. What you waiting for? Could you possibly be any closer to me, boy? Not a thing you can do, 'cause I'm coming for you, boy. Could you possibly be any closer to me, boy? Not a thing you can do. I'm coming for you, boy.
Leon Lahavas with Read My Mind. The time is now 7:15 here in the studio. Welcome to hour number 2 of Inside Busan. I'm your host, Min-Soo Shin. Happy Monday evening to you all. Let's see what the weather and traffic is looking like right now here in Busan. Our city currently averaging 17 degrees. Tomorrow expecting morning low of 10 and an afternoon high of 17. So this is the warmest it'll get tomorrow, and that's not that warm. Starting tomorrow, the weather is expected to turn colder with a drop in temperature, so please dress in layers. Take a jacket definitely with you to keep yourself warm throughout the day. 내일부터 기온이 많이 떨어지겠고요. 체감상 더 춥게 느껴지겠습니다. So I mentioned afternoon high of 17. Probably feel like 15, as cold as 14. 따뜻한 옷차림 해주세요. When it comes to our traffic, we have congestion over on 관문대로 from Mora Overpass going towards Baekyang Tunnel. There's also congestion on Mandok대로 from Mandok Catholic Church going towards Mandok Junction. Slow-moving traffic on Chungnyeol대로 from Dongdae Junction going towards Naesung Junction. And unfortunately, a report of an accident. We have a car and truck collision on 중앙대로 from Jungbu Police Station going towards Yeongju Junction. It happened in the first lane right before Yeongju Junction. All right, everybody, drive safe. 안전 운전 부탁드릴게요. All right, so with Busan City releasing the 갈매길 app, right? Now people can download this app for free, by the way. And if you've been thinking about going on some of these trails that we have around our city, this seems like, a good buddy to have with you on your phone. It's going to provide you with, a GPS navigation to see where you are along the trails. They're going to provide you with information, maybe some, tidbits about the trail. Of course, any like real-time information, I guess, if any news, things that you should be in the know about along the trails too. Also, you could kind of do like the verification, along the trails. They have stops where I don't know if it's an actual stamp. I've never seen this. I say I've been on the 갈매길 trails, and I have, but I've never come across the stops or these checkpoints. But supposedly, you could do the checkpoints, excuse me, on the app. I know, having that like that 인정 shot for a lot of people is important when you're doing these hikes and these trails. So you could all do that all on the app. So what better time than now with fall here and you download the app to check out some of the 갈매길 trails that we have here in Busan. So I wanted to find out from you, which ones do you enjoy? I'm talking about trails around the city, the 갈매길 trails. Do you enjoy the coastal ones? Do you enjoy the forest ones? The forest ones take you into a lot of courses, beginning like the entrances of mountains, right? And I like that. It's like a kind of like seamless kind of transition from 갈매길 trail into like a mountain hiking trail, and you might be like, oh, what have I gotten myself into? But it happens sometimes. And then we have the urban trails. A lot of the Galmaeki trails, they venture into the more downtown city areas of Busan, and then there's the riverside trails too, all which are nice. So I wanted to find out from you what kind of trails you enjoy. We have a lot of people chiming in, telling us their preferences. We have 백지연님 saying, 민수님, 민수님, 안녕하세요. I like forest trail, so I want to, what do you mean, freeman it? I want to freeman. It is 원신. I'm going to have to put this into our translator and see what you mean. Our translator, which I mean by 작가님. But yeah. 주연님, I also enjoy the forest trails, although I have not been on any of them. I just like being in the forest in general, but the Galmaeki trails I've been on, they've been all along the coast. We have Toki님 saying, when you think of Busan, the coastal trail comes to mind. Yeah. I recommend the Galmaeki 3코스, so the course number 3. You can visit 오륙도, 우암 소막 village, Cheolleong Coastal Walking Path, and the Busan-jin Market, which is fantastic. Wow, Toki님, you really know your route. You really know your Galmaeki trail. 혹시 부산시에서 일하는 건 아니죠, right? But it sounds like you know your stuff. You've been on this trail very many times. Yeah, I like the ones that take me up to 오륙도, but I've only been from 광안리 to 오륙도. The Galmaeki trail, I've been on that. So I haven't been past 오륙도, and this sounds like everything that you would see if you continue walking past 오륙도. That sounds nice, right? And then you get to Busan-jin Market. So Toki님, excuse me, you enjoy the coastal paths. Yeah, I mean, I think whether it be coastal, whether it be forest, whether it be riverside, whether it be in the city, folks definitely do take advantage of the Galmaeki trails. And now we have an app for it, right? A good friend to have along your walks. Yeah, I think weather willing right now, before winter, before it gets too cold, take advantage of all the lovely views and the walks that you could take here in Busan. All right, so 7:21. Also, I do want to let our lucky gift receiver know for today. Lisa-님, on our Kakao Talk, you are the winner, the receiver of the many gifts that Inside of Busan has to offer. We'll get in touch with you and let you know what you have won. Thank you so much for participating just in our show. So 7:21, it is Monday. That means it's time for Me Time. Me time. We have Bonnie with us here in the studio. Hello, Bonnie.
Hi.
How
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How are we doing today?
Good.
Good
I like
to hear.
this little cloudy, rainy weather.
Yeah. I mean, this is like for some people, this is what like fall is supposed to be, right? That gloomy. But you get that little break in the sunshine sometimes, like during the afternoon. But still, it should be, like that gray kind of. But it's a nice gray.
Usually, I complain about wind. But as I was walking in the street, because all the leaves have fallen, the wind was like making this little like whirlwind of leaves, and it was really like picturesque. And I was like, oh, this is fall. So I was like, I'll take the wind today. I'll be okay with the wind.
I'm getting like, I'm getting like, what's that movie? Like the American Beauty vibes. That's that one. I forget which character is like. He was like recording like a plastic bag that was just floating around in the wind.
Yeah. Thankfully, there was no trash.
Yeah.
I mean, there probably is a lot of trash somewhere,
so
but
you enjoyed the American Beauty moment that you had today.
Yeah.
Right, with the wind and everything. Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I mean, this is the fall weather that I was expecting. Not that weird like almost summer-like weather that we had over the weekend. That was weird.
Yeah, but it's still not like super cold. It's like the perfect temperature. It's chilly enough, but I don't have to bring like a big long padding out.
You just wait till tomorrow. You just wait till tomorrow, okay?
I'm going to walk around all night tonight just to take it in.
Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us once again. Me Time, the segment where, a lot of us need to be reminded that spending time for ourselves is also very important, right? Whether it be
the most important.
Yeah, whether it be, when it comes to just upkeep of our physical health, our mental health, I think it's really important to take the time to take care of me.
Yeah.
Right? So what do you got for us today?
So today, speaking of fall weather, even though it's getting a little bit chilly, it's still okay to be outside, I think. And we're going to talk about the benefits of hiking. So this is like a kind of a cliche one. You obviously would think of this like, of course, duh, going outside. But we're going to just talk about the benefits of it physically and mentally, and then go over some of my favorite, some of the trails around Busan. There's a lot of trails actually around Busan.
I mean, it works with today's text topic because, I was asking people, what trails do you prefer here in Busan?
I know. That's so
along
awesome.
the coast, along the river, in the mountains, in the city. Which ones? But you said you'll get to them later,
We're
right?
going to save that to the
Okay,
end.
gotcha.
So, I'm going to start off my usual. I'm going to ask you, Minsu. So how many times a week or a month do you go hiking?
I go hiking besides the summer season because I think it's one, it's hard, and two, it's kind of dangerous too.
Yeah, it's like a death wish.
Yeah. But in like the fall, winter, and into the spring, I go twice a month.
Oh.
I think like up mountains.
Nice.
Or at least on some hiking, like walking, like a trek or
Trail,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with family usually?
Actually, usually by myself.
Oh, nice.
Because my wife's schedule and my schedule. Once in many moons when the planets align and we both have like some time off, then like one of the things that we kind of put on top of our list is let's go for a hike or let's go for a walk. But because the schedule doesn't work out many times, I end up just going by myself. But that's still enjoyable.
I mean, Korea has so many hikes, and I will say the benefit of hiking in Korea, there are so many activities I feel like they have around for people to do. So any trail that you go on, there's like hiking, but there's usually like a little gym in the forest somewhere on the mountain.
Yeah.
There's usually some machine somewhere. There's different like kind of stepping stones and things. So it's almost like there are activities there for you. They like reward you by going on a hike. Like, by going on a hike, you can also do these cool things. You never know what's going to pop up.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's almost like a game also. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
that you can do it by yourself, and it's totally cool. But obviously there's the normal things we think of, obviously going outside, getting some exercise that we think of. It definitely gets your heart pumping depending on how rigorous you want to take the hike. So some people actually like jogging, running, biking, up hiking trails.
Our reporter Tegan, because she does like marathons, Ironmans, whatever, like Ironman or marathon or some competition there is here in Korea, she signs up for it right away. But I remember she did a segment where the marathon would take her through a couple of mountains here in Busan. So and it's not like a hike.
Yeah.
It's a race. And people are like running through the mountains. I was like, that's nuts.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to say how that doesn't ever happen usually, but I guess it does.
But
I didn't know that.
it's not like you said. It's rare. I think it's like that's the first time I heard about it.
Yeah.
And they don't have these competitions a lot because usually people don't run up a mountain.
Yeah, because you want to enjoy it a little bit, right? I feel like if I was running, it would be too. I would like want to stop and look everywhere.
Yeah, but
maybe that's the trick.
But the one she was in was a
challenge.
competition. That's why. Yeah.
Very interesting. So I mean, yeah, you can take it that way. There are some people I've seen taking their bikes up, so that's obviously great for your heart, great for cardio, but also just getting outside, getting that little bit of exercise, even if you're not running, if you're not biking, it still reduces the risk of heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, because you're on an incline, right? So you're inclining, declining, so you're you're not on a straightaway. So even if you're hiking, it's still getting the blood and the heart pumping a little bit.
맞아요.
So there's a good benefit even if you're not one of those crazy people running up.
You know what? I have a question, and I'm not against it, and I'm not making fun in any way. But people that bike up mountains, like mountain trails, for trails meant for hiking, people that bike up them, and also people that bike down these trails, how and why? No, because I run into them a couple times, and I was like, this with stairs and everything. and out of the blue, somebody's coming down on their bike. Very slow, like I'm not like super fast. They're not like speeding down, but if it's like steps that I'm taking, they always have like a trail that has like it's just an incline on this next to the steps, and they would like be biking down like a mountain.
I think that too every time. I think going down actually is scarier.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like if you hit something wrong and you fly over the handlebars, that's like pretty dangerous, right? But going up, I feel like they're always going so slow.
Yeah.
So that if something happens, they kind of would just like fall over on their side.
Which is, I guess, better than, flying off
but
your
going
bike.
down, I'm like, that's the scary part. I don't understand how they do that.
Definitely living life on the edge.
Yeah, that's a different kind of person.
But I'm sure it's great exercise.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And maybe mentally, I guess. Great challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really great for your bones, prevention of osteoporosis, really good for your joints. So this is what I think is really great about hiking, unlike trails. Trail on like a straightaway, because it's really great for your joints because it's not all standardized. Like most of the walking that we do, if you walk in the streets, if you're walking on the sidewalk, everything is standardized. So all steps, I learned this not too long ago, but all steps are like a certain measurement, right? Like you don't usually go and like some curves are really high and some are really low. Like most of the time, if you're going upstairs, all the stairs are the same size, right? So we get used to that. As humans, we're walking around the city. Everything is standardized. We know how the stairs are going to be. We know how how far the curb is going to be. But out in the woods, nothing is like that. Nothing is structured like that, right? So we have to be much more aware of ourselves and our joints and our steps. So it's really great for your joints because normally, if you're used to walking one certain way all the time. If you have one little misstep, you're more likely to have an injury because your bones or your joints, your muscles aren't used to working like that. But if you're out in the wilderness and you have to step on different rocks, different sizes, you have to jump over a log, you have to always be aware. So it's mentally really great because it keeps you alert and it makes you really aware of your surroundings, but also great for your joints because they're having to move in different ways. So you're kind of practicing how to move. Your ankles and stuff are moving in different ways. So then next time, if you have like a little misstep, your ankles have done that before, so it's not going to be like a shock to them. So it's actually really, really good to get out in nature and practice walking like that.
Yeah, because all the hikes that I've been on, I find myself looking down on the ground because I want to make sure that I'm stepping right.
Yeah. This is actually a study that they've done on why outdoor education is so beneficial for children because on playgrounds, also everything's standardized. And they saw that kids actually break bones more often because they get used to a certain structure. So they like know how far the monkey bars are going to be from each other. They know how the steps are going to be. So then when they get out of that element, they like don't know how to react as fast because they're used to a certain structure.
That's true.
So when kids are outdoors, they have to be really aware, right? And then they learn what their own like capability is. So kids are actually more aware and alert in the woods and forest where things aren't all the same, and then they become safer in that way. So interesting.
Yeah. So folks, Bonnie is saying send all your kids into the forest and the mountains, right?
Make them survivors. So apart from just being great for the joints, this is also, like I said, makes your mind really aware and alert. But also physically, we breathe in these I hate saying this word, phytonicides.
In Korean, they always say 피톤치드.
Yeah, I don't like that one either. This word, I really wish they would just change it to something easier. I've had to Google how to say it, but everywhere on Google too, they have like a weird accent to it. So I'm like, I just don't like.
But it's
the word.
But when you say 피톤치드, I was like, oh, I know what 피톤치드. They spray that in my room sometimes. I even
have it like in a little spray bottle.
Yeah,
too.
I have a bottle of it at home too.
Oh, do you use it?
Like on our fabric sometimes, like curtains, or after we make the bed, just kind of give it a couple sprays.
That's so funny because I don't feel like I've ever saw this spray in the States.
Yeah, I've started using it here.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's somewhere. It's available.
Maybe they renamed it something easier to say.
Yeah, or I don't know.
Phytonocide doesn't sound like I want to spray that.
Anything with side
Can you
at
pass
the
me
end.
Phytonocide? Like, who wants to say that?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they banned it in the U.S. too. But supposedly, I'm sure they say there's a lot of benefits to it. But I spray it because I like, the smell of
smell
like
of
the
it.
forest and the trees that it kind
Yeah.
of gives.
Yeah, so that's an obvious benefit right there. But also, phytonocides, I don't want to say this word again.
피톤치드, 네.
Yes, 네. It actually is a natural airborne chemical that trees give off to defend themselves from disease and insects. So it's like a natural antibiotic that they have for themselves, but they spray this chemical out into the atmosphere. And it's also antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial. So what it does for the trees, it actually does the same thing for humans. So if humans breathe this in, it has actually been known, all the studies, it increases the number of natural killer cells. Otherwise known as NKs. So these NK cells, they actually kill tumor and virus infected cells in our bodies. So it's been done in a lot of studies for cancer research as well, because they see that they've done studies where they put people outside in the forest and have them breathe a certain amount of time for 30 minutes, and then they put them in like a different group in a hotel room and have them breathe same time. And the number of the NK cells is quite significantly higher in the people that are outside. Yeah, near the trees. And then they did the same thing with a spray of the phytonocide as well, and the same thing happened. So NK cells, they get built up a lot when you're breathing this in. So not only is it great for you physically, your muscles, your joints, but also it's kind of like you're building up your immune system and defense system with this, and also warding off from really, really bad diseases like cancer.
Yeah. I'm going to be dousing my blanket and my bed cover and my, pillow covers.
So they
with this
did
stuff.
say in the study that the spray had less NK cells.
Oh, yeah.
So the best is obviously just getting it from the source itself.
Sure.
Trees, naturally. So if you go outside, you're getting the highest dose possible of 피톤치.
There you go. So various reasons in terms of just physical benefits that going outside into nature on your hikes gives, right?
Yeah.
But you mentioned like mental benefits that this gives too.
Of course. So you were saying earlier, right? Like even you like the smell. Just the smell of it kind of makes you feel relaxed. Makes you feel like you're in the forest even if you're not. So mentally, nature, we know this. Being out in nature, being anywhere outside, away from electronics, away from busy like city buildings, really calms us down. There's a lot of things with positive and negative ions. Everything outside natural kind of give off these negative ions that are really good for us. It builds up our immune system. It helps us regulate our cortisol levels. So it helps regulate stress, de-stresses you, which is obviously really great. But also, they've done all these studies that even just looking at trees, so not physically being outside in a forest, but just looking at a forest scene actually lowers our cortisol and adrenaline levels.
Really?
So it's like scientifically known to really actually help you de-stress. It's not just like a mental thing like, being out in nature makes us relax. No, it's like a real thing. Mentally, even if you're looking at the picture, your brain doesn't really know the difference. You're kind of transported into that space. So it actually does help to reduce. So even if you can't make it out to a trail or make it out to the forest, you can actually kind of trick your mind and body by like looking at a nice forest scene, maybe listening to some nice forest sounds, spraying some 피톤치 around you, and then you can kind of transport yourself into this magical forest world.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the times, not maybe in the big city areas, but I know of various hospitals, like clinics, these maybe even rehab centers in the U.S., they would be in the mountains. And I thought, okay, maybe it's because they're trying to get away from the city. But I'm sure like all the benefits that you mentioned, not only physically, but mentally, just being around more green provides, that makes sense.
They've actually done studies on this as well, and they found that patients in hospitals actually recover faster post-op when they are around a lot of green greenery. So whether outside their window, they can see trees and plants, or actually physically inside the room. Or some hospitals, they kind of have like an area where they have like running water and there's lots of plants and things like that. So if patients have access to that and they see that every day, they actually recover faster. They take fewer painkillers and they have fewer post-surgical complications. As opposed to a patient who's inside just like a regular room with just concrete walls. So no access to greenery.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Right? Even, just sights and sounds and even smells that people could take in. If it gives you just a sense of peace, sense of calmness, I'm sure any, rehab that you're going through, I'm sure that kind of like is a catalyst for it.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like. Yeah.
So if you're in recovery at home, or maybe you're getting over a sickness, or you've had surgery and you're recovering at home, try to surround yourself with some plants or take a nice little walk. Mostly in Korea, you can find like a park of some sort nearby. But yeah, do that. And that will actually speed up your recovery time.
Yeah. So now we have no excuse, right? When it comes to just going on walks and hikes during the, it's perfect time for it right now. But then other than just the weather being great for it, lots of the physical and mental benefits that Bonnie has mentioned.
Yes. And then so obviously, I think we always think of like hiking as kind of like rigorous. Like you have to get ready. Some people taking their like hiking sticks and stuff, but it doesn't have to be like that. It can literally just be walking at the base of the mountain too. It doesn't have to
you don't have to go all the way to the
mountain.
peak, right? I'm always, I always tell myself, I don't need those hiking sticks. And by the time I get halfway through, I wish I brought my hiking stick. But
and it's kind of fun to kind of get lost in the trail sometimes. I know I was looking at a trail book as well, trying to but sometimes I think I find some of the most beautiful things just getting lost, like going up and just kind of taking my own way. And then having to find your way back, of course, can be less fun if you don't know how. but that's kind of the fun in it, because it makes you really think. It's like practicing brain activity as well, trying to figure things out.
Yeah. I did that my first couple of times. So my 2-hour hike turned into a 5.5-hour to 6-hour hike. I was like, you know what?
Well, what an adventure, right?
Sure. Right?
Memorable, making memories.
Not the best memories. I mean, not the happy memories, I guess, but still very memorable.
Or a lesson learned, I guess.
Yeah, exactly that. But I would go back to like the mountain, and then I remember the couple times I've been up. Okay, I went this way last time. Didn't have a great time. Why not go this way?
Yeah.
This time around.
Yeah.
But
you wouldn't know, right? If you didn't try it, you wouldn't have known.
Yeah, you get to kind of like feel that sense of adventure.
Yeah,
I guess
you figured it out
has.
yourself.
Yeah.
So where to do it? Now we've been talking about hiking. So if you're not an avid hiker and you don't really know, I'm going to share some of the places that I like to go. But there, like I said, in Busan, there are so many different mountains and trails. So really, even if you have one that you really like, try a different one, because there are so many different kinds, so many different trails. So really get out there and look for. There's an app or a website called alltrails.com, and they cover all different kinds. So you can actually look them up according to how long you want the hike, what kind of hike you want.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So check that out. But my first one I'm going to mention is Ikide. I knew you mentioned it, actually, the Galmegi Trail. But the Ikide Coastal Walk is actually a great little hike. This one because you can venture off the beaten path, but there are stairways. If you want to take the coastal path, there's stairways, and it's kind of a mix of stairways and rocky, natural path. But that one is mostly pretty much all along the water. You can kind of go up if you want to into the mountain, but if you stay on the coastal walk, only maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on your pace.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. But PSA, I've been saying great stuff about the Igide Coastal Walk, but there are a number of bridges that you do need to take. If you're afraid of heights, this might be a little difficult for you, because you see the bottom of it, it's just like rocks and the water. Like that might, I went with a certain somebody one time, and we had to turn back because they just couldn't do the bridges.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, though. I guess I've never thought of that. But some highlights on Igiri. Obviously, you have Orikdo at one end.
Yeah.
If you go all the way, you can actually make yourself all the way over to Gwangan. But also, there's kind of like some spots that you can picnic at that are really nice, really great viewpoints. A nice little rocky area that I know a lot of people like to go sit on the rocks and actually picnic, and the waves like crash on the rocks.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's really, really nice on a nice day outside. Another one is the Changsan Loop. I know a lot of people, if you obviously live in that area, this is probably your go-to. So if you do the actual whole loop around, it could take you about 5 hours.
Ooh. That's
you don't have to do that. You can just go up one way, come down the same way.
Yeah.
There's a couple different ways you can do this. And this is another mountain also that you don't have to go up all the way. Actually, just getting to like one of the bases is actually a kind of walk in itself. So, and you have a nice Changsan market at the bottom too. Lots of exercise machines here. So this is a really great one. And if you go through the loop, you have a waterfall, Yangon waterfall, and the silver fields that you get to too.
Oh yeah,
so
those
some
are
really
nice.
little
Those are
stopping
nice.
points.
Bonnie, we got time for one more, maybe?
Let's do, okay, this is my ultimate favorite. I saved it for the last. Kumgang Park and Kumjongsan. I kind of loop them together because you can kind of take them all around. But this one, you can take a cable car up to the top. If you don't want to actually do the hike, you can hike down. So if you don't want to do the full thing, but they have a cable car. There's a little kind of like restaurant at the top. So there's food, makgeolli. If you want to do that, that's a great reward. And the bottom is a really nice trail as well if you don't want to go all the way up. So I really recommend this park.
Yeah, so lots of just hiking trails, up mountains, just trails in general here in Busan. Folks, like we said, now's the perfect time to check some of these out, right? And with so many benefits that it provides physically and mentally that Bonnie has shared, we literally have no excuse. Right?
Get out there.
All goodness. Bonnie, thank you so much. That'll do it for today's Me Time. We'll see you back here next week, okay?
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Let's take a quick song break. We'll be right back. This is 검정치마 with Love Shine.
내일이면 나를 버릴 사람들 걱정하는 게 아니에요 내일이면 난 다시 바다 건너에 홀로 남을 그때는 괜찮나요 내 귓가에 노래를 불러 넣어줘요 다른 새소리가 들려오지 않게 유일했던 사랑을 두고 가는 내게 숨겨뒀던 손수건을 흔들어줘요 Oh, hey, let your bright light shine on me Can you love me unconditionally And sing a million lullabies on a sleepy day Hey, let your sea breeze blow on me When I'm sailing internationally And whisper all your prayers on a stormy day 내 숨을 불어넣어줬죠 그 작은 심장이 내려앉을 때마다 내일이면 널 잡을 수도 없어요 홀로 남을 그때는 괜찮나요 I'm sailing internationally, and whisper all your prayers on this stormy day. Hey, 눈을 붉혀선 안 돼요.
안녕하세요. 고품격 영어 방송 Inside Out 부산의 품격 있는 Writer Steve입니다. Winners of Inside Out Busan listeners participation segment will get full course meal voucher from Golden Lizzie, a gourmet restaurant in 거제동 and 연산동, where you can taste cuisine from Michelin Guide featured Chef Kim. 미슐랭 셰프의 파인 레스토랑 골든 리지에서 10만 원 외식 상품권. A place to entertain your brain and eyes. Museum of Illusions. 당신의 눈과 뇌를 즐겁게 하는 곳. Museum of Illusion 부산 착시미술관 입장권. 언제나 맛있는 커피를 신선하게 만드는 양산에 위치한 인투 로스터리. Coffee voucher and a pack of fresh coffee whole beans sponsored by Into Roastery in Yangsan. A delicious brunch for two from Gorilla Brewing Busan, Gwangan branch, the leader of Korean handmade beer culture. 수제 맥주 전문점 고릴라 브루잉 부산에서 제공하는 식사권. We prepare admission tickets for the Busan X the Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다. 부산 X the Sky 전망대 입장권을 선물로 드립니다. IOB와 함께하는 품격 있는 선물. It's all yours, listeners.
Listeners, it's about that time. We're going to slowly start to wrap up today's show with our last segment of the day, quote unquote. And of course, me being inspired by today's just show topic and the segment that Bonnie had shared with us all about hiking, just going on walks. So today's quote is brought to you by John Muir, who is a renowned naturalist and an advocate for wilderness preservation. So obviously this person is indeed someone that enjoys being outdoors. So John Muir's quote reads, "Of all the paths you take in life, make sure a few of them are dirt." Now I like this one because this one, it's a quote that kind of helps people like want to celebrate the beauty as well as the value of hiking and just exploring the outdoors. You know, when you think of just your life, how long and how much time do we spend indoors where everything is, you know, tiled, carpeted, just artificial, even like how much nature are you actually around in your day? Not so much for a lot of us. Because in our digitally connected world, I don't know, John Muir is trying to remind us that we do need to balance our screen time with some real world experiences. And real world means something that's, you know, just out there, natural, rocks, trees, dirt, right? So this quote encourages us to embrace more of the nature that we find. This is something that we have so much of here in Busan that, let's be honest, we don't take advantage of most of the time. We need to unplug and, I don't know, just kind of find some peace, some quiet, some solace the outdoor can provide. And this could be essential, as Bonnie says, when it comes to our mental and physical well-being. All right. So another reminder, I feel like I'm being a big promoter of just going outside today. As I said, tomorrow it's going to get cold and it's going to get colder and colder and colder. So when it's doable now, I do hope you take advantage of all the just great nature that is around us here in Busan. We have the mountains, we have the rivers, of course the beaches, right? But I'm leaning more towards the mountains right now of all the benefits that the trees and the green and the wood and the dirt can provide us. That was today's quote unquote. And that'll do it for today's show. We're going to wrap things here. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, all right? Our last track by Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. Inside Out Busan was written by Im Soo-jin. It was hosted and produced by yours truly, Min Soo-shin. Everybody, have a good one.
I've seen your face before, my friend.